welcome to the next episode of Eat Healthy Morgantown. We're with a couple of our new friends today. You guys want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
I'm Brittany. I'm the Assistant General Manager.
I'm Chad Bartlett, General Manager.
Well, we're here today at Mountain State Brewing, and we really wanted to highlight this because they do a great job with the 90-10 principle that we talk about. So you're probably saying, okay, Eat Healthy Morgantown, why are we at a brewery here? Well, we're going to show you why, and by the end of the episode, I think it'll make real good sense to you what's happening and going on. So guys, thank you for having us in here today. And you know, the first question that I really want to ask you is, tell me a little bit about Mountain State itself. When did it start? How long have we been here?
Yeah, the brewery itself started in 2005, and a couple years into that, my buddy Brian Arnett Willie Lehman were the founders. Brian and his wife at the time decided to do a Mountain State in Deep Creek, so that one's still over there. Aaron has that one. And then a couple years after Deep Creek opened, Brian decided to do Morgantown.
Okay, so and how long have you guys been involved here with the brewery, both of you?
Yeah, I opened this one in March of 2011.
Okay.
Yeah, I started in July that year.
Oh, okay. Right, so lifetime employees here.
Yeah, basically.
Seems that way, right? So tell us a little bit, as we looked over the menu, one of the things that we looked at there are some very healthy options you can do
Sure.
here. You know, one of the things that we really enjoy here is the Greek salad. You guys do a wonderful job with it. There was also on there some hummus dip.
Hummus?
Yeah.
With veggies?
Yeah. So hummus is a wonderful food as far as the essential fats are concerned. Of course, the chickpeas involved with it, very healthy for you. One of the things I really enjoy too is you guys have a gluten-free option when we're talking about pizza. And I believe you deal with a little bit of gluten sensitivity yourself?
Yep, I'm gluten-free, and we have the gluten-free pizza crust, and all of our pizza toppings are gluten-free. And then we also have gluten-free buns, gluten-free bread, and then like with the hummus we can do tortilla chips instead of pitas. So almost all of our menu items can be made gluten-free in some way.
Okay, and you guys, they do a kind of create your own pizza, right? With multiple toppings?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So a person can really customize what they want as far as pizzas are concerned.
Yep, we've had vegans come in and do no cheese, no meat. So
I wondered about that because do you have the vegan substitute cheese, or you just do no cheese?
No, we just do no cheese. And so, I mean, some vegans, if you're really hardcore, won't do the yeast, but most people that we've ran into in Morgantown are okay with that as long as there's no cheese or meat on it.
Awesome.
Very nice. I'm sure a lot of people think that Mountain State Brewery just has pizza options, but you guys have a lot of different options. Is that correct?
Yes, when we started out, we actually did only have pizza at night, but since then we have sandwiches all the time. We have pulled pork that we cook overnight in our oven. We have 2 vegetarian options for sandwiches. We have a mushroom sandwich that we make with our hummus, and we have a caprese sandwich. We have salads, lots of appetizers, so there's lots of choices if you're not into pizza.
Very nice. Now, we have to talk about beer while we're here, right? So, and the neat thing about the brews here are that this is a West Virginia owned company, right? I mean, it's a West Virginia born and raised company. So tell me a little bit about it.
Well, as I said earlier, Brian Arnett Willie Lehman were the founders of the actual brewery. Brian, as well as myself, from Elkins, and Willie, Brian's stepbrothers from Helvetia.
Okay.
So a lot of history there.
Sure.
But all of us left the state, and one by one kind of trickled back in, and that's kind of how it all began.
So one thing I'd like to point out when we're talking about the beers is when we go out, I love that you have the flights here.
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually share a flight and just have a taste of the beers, but not guzzle down the big,
Right. And we actually do that with margaritas as well.
Yeah, we have 4-ounce margarita flights, so you can try 3
Oh,
flavors of the
sweet.
margaritas or any of our specialty cocktails
Golden.
if you just want a little bit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You know, when we're talking about, now the brewery itself is located in
Thomas.
And one of the things that I noted when I was kind of looking at the history of the brewery itself is that it's at the top of the watershed. So
Right.
you're talking about a very, and of course, beer is water, right? It's a main component of it here. And so the more pristine or clear you can get the water, it definitely enhances or changes the flavor of the beer profile. Is that correct?
Yeah, and that's always been the catchphrase is we're not downstream from anybody.
There you go.
So we know what that means.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, you're right. It's the top of the watershed of Kentucky County.
So Mountain State is upstream drinking then.
Right. Right.
Definitely so. So we have a flight pulled out here today. Tell us just a little bit about the four, that we offer here, the four staples that we offer here as far as your brews are concerned.
So all of our beers are pretty low in ABV. The highest is actually our blonde, which is a cold trail. That's 5.6. But they're all meant to be session beers, so you can have one, and you're not going to get an 8 or 9% beer here, or you can have a few and hopefully not be too messed up from it. This is our blonde. This is definitely our most popular. So if somebody comes in, they're not used to drinking craft beer, they stick to the domestics. We usually send them this way. Definitely our most popular. And we serve this one in a cold glass.
Okay.
This is our Almost Heaven Amber Ale, and this is kind of like a caramelly. This is also people who aren't really into craft beers can drink this one. It's not as heavy as some, I think the color scares people, but when they try it, it has a really good flavor to it. And then we have Seneca IPA. It's hoppier, but it's not as hoppy as some IPAs. Like I think, a lot of craft beer drinkers are definitely into as hoppy as you can get. That's just kind of like an intro IPA. It's also good. And then we have our Miner's Daughter Oatmeal Stout, which is not as heavy as most stouts. It's pretty light, so even people who don't typically drink dark beer can drink that one.
Excellent. So, tell me a little bit about the microbrewing and the brewing community here in Morgantown and West Virginia in general.
Sure. We host a craft beer festival every year. It's called Brew Skies. It's down in Timberline, and a lot of the breweries from all over the state come. So it's a good opportunity for all of us to get together and showcase what West Virginia craft beer is about. And we feature several other breweries on draft rotating. We have Big Timber, Chestnut. We have Greenbrier Valley by the can. So we do try to feature, instead of putting some big brand on, we try to feature our other local guys.
How about trade secrets? Do you guys share some of the trade secrets, or some of those are real secrets and you keep them to yourself?
Yeah, that would probably be a question for those guys up in Thomas actually doing the brewing.
Yeah.
I imagine they're pretty tightly held.
Yeah. That's what makes you unique, right?
Right.
You can't give all the secrets away.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else you'd like to add about the uniqueness of your restaurant for us here? We've talked a little bit about the fact that you guys can host large parties. Do you guys do catering at all, or can people call ahead, or can they get a hold of you online to order, or what's the best way to connect with you?
Yeah, we, especially the pork, we roast our pork in the oven overnight. The guys will slide it in there and cap the oven, and it cooks overnight. We've done bulk orders of that for tailgates, for multiple reasons, parties, things like that. So as far as our food that travels well, that's probably the best. And as far as reservations, things like that, I'll actually hand it over to her.
Yep, we do all of our reservations and parties online through reservations@mountainstatebrewing.com.
Okay.
And we just kind of have a letter we send over to everyone that says like the different options they can pick, and we set up buffets for large parties to make it cheaper. We set up pizza buffets. We can do any of the appetizers in platter form. We can also do some of the appetizers to go. We sell almost a bunch to go. Some of our dressings and sauces.
And pre-order available, if you've got a large party coming in and you want to pre-order, we actually prefer that, so that's available too.
And we have a few people who come in for lunches and are a tight time squeeze, and they email, they will come in once a month and shoot us their order, and we'll have their food on the table when they get here, so if they're in a time crunch, they can get in and get out.
Yeah. Well, that's super important, especially in this town because traffic's so horrible.
Yeah.
Trying to get across town to get to lunch and
Yeah.
get back, sometimes you are on a time budget, so that's really neat.
We actually won, was it Best Outdoor Seating? Sorry, I had to turn around. Best Outdoor Seating last year. Basically what we do is we built a deck a few years ago above our patio, and in the winter we lost all this space. So got the idea to enclose it. We've got a nice wood burner out here, and throughout the winter, as long as it's not too cold, this is actually the best seat in the house. So these walls are removable. They come down in the summer. But we just put them up last week, so they'll be here for the next 4 or 5 months.
We actually also just partnered with Order Up for delivery services. If you download their app or go to their website, you can order any of our food, and they will deliver it right to your house for, I think, a $3.99 fee.
So our lunch is here, and Brittany, why don't you explain to me a little bit about the pizza?
Okay, so this is our gluten-free crust. It's a little bit crispier than the regular crust.
I like crispy.
Yep. Yeah, so a lot of people do. We actually have some of our employees here who aren't gluten-free, but on certain pizzas, especially the s'mores, they prefer this crust and they order it. So, and this is red sauce, cheese, which is our cheese is like a proprietary blend of cheeses. And then we got black olives, sliced tomatoes, green peppers, spinach, and mushrooms as well. And people sometimes customize this; they add meat to it, add other veggies.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's definitely loaded up on the veggies. I like that.
Yep.
How about the salad?
This is our Greek salad. This is actually our newest salad. We just added this to the menu a couple months ago.
Awesome.
We serve it with a balsamic vinaigrette, and it's our chicken that we make overnight. We cook, or not overnight. We cook it in the oven here, but we do marinate it for a couple days. And it has diced tomatoes, feta, red onions, cucumbers, banana peppers, and Kalamata olives.
Cool. And you
Awesome.
could probably customize that as well too,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Okay, great.
We've had the Greek salad down here before, and that's why it has that wonderful taste to it, that
Yeah.
smoky wood flavor to it then too.
Yeah.
So all of your proteins then that you add are done in the oven?
The bulk proteins, which is the pulled pork,
Right.
is done overnight. The chicken's done in the morning. A couple
chicken.
times a week we do our the pulled chicken. The thighs are done in the oven. We also do the meat for the Reuben ourselves.
Oh.
So we do
That's
bacon, and it's amazing out
Yeah.
of that oven.
The bacon's probably the best.
Yeah.
But yeah. So all that
So are you
stuff's done.
bacon lovers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to ask a question. You mentioned something about s'mores pizza.
Yes.
Tell us
Yeah.
about it.
That's definitely our most popular dessert. It's a Nutella base, and it has marshmallows we put on top. If you're not gluten-free, we put graham cracker crumbs on it. If you are gluten-free, we hold those. And we roast them up, let them get nice and toasted. And that's definitely, that you walk by a table with that, and they're like, what's that? I want one of
eye-catcher.
those. So,
Give me one of those.
Forget dinner, I'll just say
Yeah.
that.
and we do have people order it as appetizers sometimes. If they're,
Oh, wow.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, listen, we really encourage you to get down here and check these guys out at Mountain State. They do an awesome job, wonderful people. I think that's what really makes them. The atmosphere itself is just unbelievable. So if you haven't been, get down here and check them out. If you have been, get down here and revisit them again. And I really appreciate, guys, you allowing us to come in and feature your place here in Morgantown and show the people what you really have to offer. So thank you very much for having us.
Thank
you.
thank you.